If there is no clear indication for you that real estate is the most versatile and best way to invest your money long term for cash flow and appreciation, many ultra-rich individuals and institutional investors from all over the world are pocketing buildings and adding them to their portfolios as people keep complaining about how hard life is for them, which is totally understandable. These companies and individuals are owning everything and there will be nothing left. In this video, I will explain to you what they are doing, run the numbers, and show you how you can also get a little piece of action, so stay tuned. Hi there, my name is Jaime Shikaiban and I welcome you to my channel, The Foreigner in America, where I teach locals and foreigners everything they need to know about producing money, keeping the money, and multiplying it, specializing in the markets and real estate. So if you're someone like myself who loves money and wants to be successful and free, please subscribe to this great channel and hit that bell so you follow up on my 2 weekly videos. Also check out my blog, my Instagram, and my social media under the same channel name. And take a look at my book, which I will leave a link below for you to check out. So without further ado, let's begin. If you ever bought anything nice in a store called Zara from Spain, huge retailer in almost every shopping mall in the country and the world, his founder and Spain's richest person, Amancio Ortega, acquired at least 10 properties across North America and the UK for more than $2 billion. So why is Amancio buying real estate and not more stock of different companies? If real estate is not better than the markets, isn't buying stock the best way to make money long term? It is one of the best ways, but commercial real estate is also a very solid way to build your net worth long term. When you acquire a single family house and rent it, you make money 4 ways. But when you get into commercial apartment buildings or office space, everything multiplies exponentially, as well as the cost of making mistakes, so start small. Loans and leases are not the same, and the terms of buying, managing, and selling are not the same either as residential buy and hold or buy and sell. So why are wealthy individuals like Amancio and other investment firms concentrating into getting real estate now? Well, as you can see in this chart here, from 2012 to 2019, every year investors kept increasing their share of commercial real estate around the world, from 200 billion in 2012 to almost 450 billion in 2021. As we went into our situation in 2020, investors took a break to see how the market reacted and then started buying like crazy the year after. One asset class within commercial real estate that got hit the most was office space. Whoever wanted to get a hold of a nice office building, 2020 was their year. Remote work killed office leasing. Many companies gave back their offices to send everyone remote, but for many investors, they knew it was a matter of time to come back. That's why they invested the most amount of money in 2021. Let me tell you a secret, but don't tell anyone, okay? Office space will come back to 100% very soon as more and more companies switch back to work in an office. Employees can always quit and look for a remote job, but there are not many jobs out there that pay well, so they will end up settling and going to the office. Jobs like sales cannot be done in an office anyway, so you need to get your butt off the chair and go meet people and see them face to face. Human interaction is always better when you can relate to a person you have in front of you, and people buy from people. Institutional investors, those companies who have all the money in the world from literally every rich person in the world, but their share of office space for a shy $1.1 trillion. Not only office space, but logistics sites and rental housing as defaults start to rise with higher interest rates. Where exactly do institutional investors and ultra-rich individuals put their money into commercial real estate? According to this chart here, 43% of all the money goes into rental apartments. while the second thing most bought is office space with 18.5%. Can't blame them. See what Grant Cardone and Brandon Turner are always talking about, as well as Mr. Wonderful. Cash flow. Apartment buildings give you excellent cash flow and give you the chance to appreciate the asset by force, increasing rents and reducing spending. If you take away the institutional investors, the individual and family companies bought $455 billion last year on commercial real estate. They were the most active buyers annually for the first time. The total invested on behalf of the world's rich marked an 8% decline from the previous year, as you saw in the chart, because 2021 was an awkward year just coming out of the situation. Institutional investors' volumes fell 28%. Again, I ask you, why are rich families and investors getting into real estate more and more? Because real estate is an asset class they use to hedge their money and protect it against market crashes and economy fluctuations. Right now, there's no certainty that things are going to get better in the next 5 years. So real estate protects their wealth against fluctuations. Also, rich people like to buy when the market is down to make more money. So high interest rates filter out a lot of people who have no money and opens up opportunities for someone who has $100 or $500 million to invest. Also, people in Europe are buying in America, people in America are buying in Asia, and so on. As one currency gets stronger, the asset in the weaker currency gets cheaper. Imagine buying a €100 million property when the dollar was 1-to-1. You suddenly got a 30% off. That's $30 million off the price like this. If you had $100 million and wanted to buy something that will preserve your wealth and cash flow for a long time, what would you buy? Let me know in the comment section. Zara's founder, Amancio Ortega, currently worth $63.5 billion, bought more than $700 million in September, and a Seattle skyscraper for $300 million in December. This Alibaba Group's co-founder, Joe Tsai, also came out with 6 five-star hotels across Spain through his company Blue Pool Capital. Private investors go for office space if their business needs it. They own a business and then occupy some office space and lease the rest. Same for bars, restaurants, and retail. It's always best when you own the land where your business is rather than leasing it. But private investors focus the majority of their money into rental housing. Why? Well, people cannot afford to buy homes, and it's just getting worse. Income gaps between what people make and how expensive houses are will force people to rent forever. Millions and millions of Gen Zs coming out of school and getting their own place forces investors to consider apartment buildings and houses for rent as their primary investment. Office space is still a cloudy investment for the next 100 years, but apartments are here to stay forever. I was worried with the idea of Mark Zuckerberg about the metaverse that all people will ever want is a 300 square foot room with nothing inside but a mattress. But since the future of the metaverse is pretty dark, I think nice apartment complexes with amenities are here to stay forever, fortunately. New York remains a hub for residential real estate deals over $25 million. It also leads the global ranks of cities for sums spent on commercial property from private local investors in 2022, while London received the highest amount of money from foreign investors like myself. So buying an apartment building with a loan when your income is not solid is not a good idea. You see, when you own a house and something breaks, it costs you a lot to fix, sometimes months and months of rent. If you don't have a solid income to compensate, you cannot fix the house and you cannot rent it. So if you have a mortgage on top of it, it becomes a liability. Now multiply that by 10 or 20 or 50 if you manage a big apartment building. If something expensive breaks and you don't have money to fix it, on top of that your loan is due and you don't have money to pay it, well, good luck, you will get toasted. Start small with a condo or a house or get a mortgage and get a good tenant and learn. See how it works. Then upgrade into a duplex, triplex, quad, and keep going. Whenever you feel that your income is strong enough and your knowledge is good enough to jump into bigger commercial buildings, then go for it, because that's where really the big money is. But remember, take control of your life and take control of your money. Thanks a lot for watching this video. If you enjoyed it and found useful information, give me a like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss any one of my 2 weekly videos as soon as they come out. So have a great day, don't lose any money, and I'll see you next time.